This is the Bro Force Squad. We just got done taking our pre-pod shits, literally, and we're on the case to answer the question on everybody's mind. Who drew the dicks? I'm Matt Geiger, alongside our legal counsel Ronnie Cycli and the mad scientist Brian Banner, grading this as we grade everything on 5 criteria: cast, story, best scene, impacts on pop culture, and theories. So, to the cast. In his lab, Mr. Banner, take it away.
I'm gonna start with theories first. I know who drew the dick, and it was Mr. Jeffrey Hornacek.
Because he is a dick.
Because he is a dick. No, as far as acting goes, I thought it was really good. I thought that they did a good job of getting high school kids acting like high school kids. The only one that I felt was trying too hard was Sam, which was Peter's producer, his best friend. Thought he tried a little too hard to act like a high school kid. But other than that, I thought they did a really good job of finding a lot of normal kids who were able to just be normal kids. And I really bought their story at every step of the way when they're doing these interviews. And these people, I mean, they were acting just like I would say I did in high school, but that's still how I act today. So,
Mr. Cycli.
I felt the same way, actually. I thought, sometimes you watch movies about high school kids, and it's totally that cliche, like, adults writing what they think teenagers talk like, and it's really overdone and not real, where I felt this was actually exactly what high schoolers talk like. And they sold their story really well to me, to a point so I kept wondering sometimes, like, I had to remind myself, wait, this is an actual documentary, this is fake. I thought overall the cast was, really impressive in that manner of respect.
It's difficult to cast high school kids, especially high school actors. I want to say this was even better than Superbad casting, possibly. I believed I was in high. At Superbad, I was like, dude, this is a story about high school. Watching this, I actually felt like I was in homeroom in first. I'm not fucking kidding. These first 3 episodes when I was drinking, I've never felt more in high school than this show right here, period. Not in Superbad, not at Dazed and Confused, or I wasn't in high school in the 70s and stuff. But Banner, you want to say that I'm wrong? Go ahead, make a point.
No. I think you're 100% right. But I think what a key thing is here is a lot of times when they cast high schoolers, they're actually adults that are playing high school kids. I mean, I don't know. I didn't look this up, but legitimately, I feel like these were actual 14, 15, 16, 17-year-old kids playing these characters, and they just had to play themselves. Like, I totally bought – what was the slutty girl's name?
Pearson? No. Sarah Pearson?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
I totally bought that was her in real life. 100%.
Is it bad you could ask me any other woman's name in this? I wouldn't know it. I just know the slutty girl's name. It's like Sarah Pearson. Who's the smart girl in math class? I don't know. I'd have to look that one up.
I think only the guy who played Dylan, I think he actually is 25 in real life. But everyone else,
I would assume that the girl that played Mackenzie is at least 18 because of the spoiler alert pseudo nudity scene there at the end. Other than that, though, I think everybody else was probably their age.
Yeah, and before we move on to story, Cycli, I know that you touched on Dylan, but pick out someone that you think really shined in this. I mean, the cast was awesome. There's a couple people that were lower, as Banner talked of, but who's someone that you really think shined through this whole thing?
I mean, in all honesty, I know, like I just said him, but Dylan did a fantastic job. I mean, I guess the guy is a YouTube personality. I don't really know much about him, but damn, he sold a dumb, druggy high school kid really well. One of my favorite lines was when he's talking to his cousin attorney, and they say, "Hey, this video proves that Dylan was not there at the time of the vandalism." And then Dylan goes, allegedly.
Yeah, allegedly.
He's just so dumb.
It's like, we don't need you to talk here at all.
Or with I just thought he sold it, man. Like, I completely was like, I knew people like him in high school.
The postage stamp was probably his best one, for sure. The postage stamp.
Brian, you're the guy I was meaning. I knew you in high school.
For me, it was Kraz. I wanted way more of him, man. With the man cave poster, how he sits on his desk, like, I'm so fucking cool. Like, I'm not going to take away your phone. I'm not going to sit in a chair. Just tweet something. Don't stare at me shit. But I thought his best scene, actually, I thought that was probably his best scene. But the best scene just for my eyes was him on a bench press with his sleeves rolled up, drinking a Dos Equis because he just got fired. He's like, yeah, I got a couple weeks off, so I'm just going to, get some workouts in. What's more fucking bro than that? And coming from the Bro Force squad, that might make the Hall of Fame, Mr. Kraz. That was fucking awesome.
Yeah. He may not be the first ballot, but he's definitely in.
Did you notice that when they gave the Teacher of the Year award off to the coach, the guy he hates?
Yes, that'll come up later too, I'm sure. In
Rafferty, you see Kraz walk away pissed off.
So for the people that are listening to this is spoiler filled, but we're going to go on to story. So obviously it's a story about a kid drew dicks all the time. A bunch of dicks were drawn on teachers' cars. They think it's him. They're trying to prove him wrong because of ball hairs, a bunch of other stuff. But Banner, kind of just touch on the story and more of the fucking just uniqueness of this because we've never seen anything like this.
So I like documentaries. I think they're very interesting. One of the things that me and my wife do on Saturday mornings when we wake up before we start watching college football is we watch Dateline. It comes on Friday night. It's kind of weird, but it's our thing. And this is like a perfect representation of what that is. Mm-hmm. But then you throw in this ridiculous story of, guys, we're talking about somebody drawing a cock and balls on different things. Like, that's ridiculous. And then this whole entire conspiracy behind it and somebody trying to, quote-unquote, uncover the truth. The first 4 episodes of the story and really the basis of what the story is, I loved it. I thought it was hilarious. It's really good. Now, at the end, they got a little preachy for me and a little bit, too serious, and I didn't laugh as much. They brought it home at the end. It was pretty funny. But I really liked the premise of what it was saying. The message was the exact same thing as making a murderer, but they did it in a lighter way and not real people, which I thought was cool.
To take off you, I love documentaries too, but I'm kind of getting documentaried out where every 30 for 30 is somehow about white versus black or race relations on, a 70s hockey team or something about that, or how every documentary someone overcomes incredible odds to get third place in a Little League game. So I like that it was finally a spoof. I love spoofs. I love Spaceballs. I love any spoof movie that Mel Brooks used to do, not another teen movie. And I felt like this was an awesome spoof movie until about episode 5 or 6 where it kind of got a little preachy, as you said. But we've never seen anything like this. We've seen maybe people on YouTube make fun of this, like stupid trailers like we've done, but never actually went balls to the wall 8 episodes deep like this. What do you think, Ronnie?
Yeah, I agree. I think they could have found a nice middle ground there. About 4 or 5 episodes would have been perfect. But what you guys said, they kind of, when they got preachy, they did release a point to I kind of was like, wow, I never really thought about that, and how they can change the narrative really easily when they want to focus on a specific character or a teacher or a student, and made you really think, man, you have to think about the motive of what the story they're trying to tell. So it did get preachy there, but it's funny that you're watching a documentary about dicks and it turns into this actual deep thought about perspective. And so it's something you didn't find yourself. But in terms of, what the story was, when I saw the trailer, I thought it was just a trailer, like you said, a spoof. Mm-hmm. And I love how it made fun of it itself. They're on the phone with that attorney again, and they say, the attorney goes, who's that talking? And he goes, hi, my name's Peter. I'm making a documentary, kind of like Serial. And the lawyer goes, yeah, don't do that. That's a terrible idea.
All right. Best scene. We always mess this up because no one wants to take the cherry on top. And I think we all know the cherry on top. So who wants to take the cherry on top for best scene?
I'll take the cherry on top.
Take best scene, Banner.
It's got to be the hand job reenactment scene.
Exactly.
The way that they have the little clay figurine sitting there jerking off this clay dick, and then at the end when she disappears and he's just sitting there with this little heart on, that shit was hilarious. That was hands down the best scene. I like that it came early in the season. That's got me hook, line, and sinker, that scene. The first episode, I was like, all right, this is kind of funny, but kind of stupid also. Then I get to the dick reenactment scene, and I'm like, all right, I'm in. I don't care how many episodes this is. I'm watching this shit, because that was funny as shit.
Go ahead, Cycly. I'll save mine for last.
I think I'll go with the whole time that when they're testing the time, how long it would take to do from him to go to the Wayback Boys house all the way. But probably my favorite part in that is when Peter and Sam are literally doing the DPM, or dicks per minute. And I think it's Sam who literally, for about 2 minutes, they just go, I thought it was going to be once or twice. It was funny, but it got funnier. And he kept going, but with the spray can. Shh, dick.
Dick.
Over and over, and I was just cracking up, and like the whole formula to figure out how long it would take to do, all of
it
that.
It takes an entire whiteboard of algorithms to figure out how long it takes to draw a penis on the side of a car.
It was pretty phenomenal, and even though it was like 29.1 minutes, and it took 30 minutes, that's not enough time. The level of detail, that's just a rush job. I think Vandal took way more time, and it had two people. It had to be.
So mine is, sorry, I forgot her name again. What was the girl that was always picketing and shit?
Carlisle.
Christy Carlisle. Whenever she joins the football team, because hey, girls can do everything.
The slutty girl, so you don't.
Yeah, I don't remember her name. I remember Pearson's name, but girls can do everything boys can do. Just like remember when Ronda Rousey could like beat the fuck out of Floyd Mayweather and she could beat everyone in the UFC. Because honestly, I love women and stuff, and you guys are good in sports, but no, you can't. And it's whenever she gets blown the fuck up in football practice. They played it a couple times, and I was just laughing my ass off. Which is not good because of the state we're in, especially the NFL. But I'm sorry, I just thought it was really funny. Like, she came to practice. Like, what do you expect? That's what happened.
Play it like on the loop, and it like goes forward and then backwards and forward and then backwards. I'm sorry, but I was laughing.
I thought it was hilarious. I'm sorry, but honestly, if you're listening to this and our podcast, that you're already a subscriber, so there's no way this is gonna offend you. But I thought that was fucking hilarious. I'm sorry. Impacts on pop culture, Banner. We'll go back to you.
I think it's kind of big, but then minuscule at the same time. It's big because they literally did the exact same thing that Making a Murderer did. They showed how if you show a certain event in this light and in this way, and only show people, and you focus on a certain way, everybody's going to gravitate towards that. But then if you flip it the other way, people are going to gravitate the other way. And they did it without an actual murder. They did it without actual people. They did it with dicks.
That needs to be like cropped and put before every. That's the most intelligent thing you said. You should run for president.
Yeah. I mean. Seriously, though, I mean, that's what they did. They were able to get their point across and show what they were trying to say with making fun of how ridiculous it is and how people need to come to their own conclusions about things and actually follow the evidence. I love to hear our legal counsel's opinion on this because, Ronnie, as we know, you are a lawyer. So what do you think about this? Because it is. I mean, I think it parallels real life very, very well.
Yeah, first of all, I want to address the rumors going around that I'm a lawyer, and I just want to confirm that I am actually a lawyer.
Check out our website, RoperSquad.com, if you don't believe them. Shameless plug.
You know what? It made me think. Never thought of the main character in the documentary, what their reaction would be like to watch the documentary, and that scene where Dylan at the end is at the party and everyone's like, "Yeah, let's put it on," and then he watches it, and it's just that opening scene of all of his classmates just bashing him, and the same people who were just celebrating him. I was like, I never really thought about that perspective. They're getting people to be all honest, and how do you go on? How do you show your face now that you know what people felt like? And so every documentary I watch now, I'm going to think about their experience watching it. I thought that was, again, something serious coming out of a show about dick drawing. But I don't know. We'll see if there's more of these spoofs. And I know you might want to talk about whether we're going to see more of these coming up.
Yeah, this is an extremely creative thing. I feel like it should be a one and done, though. We don't need 12 of these. I think if they do kind of an NFL take on it, I want to say like the OJ, because that was hot last year. I don't think it should be a spoof on murdering your wife, though. That's a little fucking heavy, but something like
Ray Lewis.
He murdered someone too, though, so
yeah, try, but he got off.
Try again. I get where you're going, though. Some like NFL thing where they live such a crazy life and they think get away with anything. I would like that. That would be kind of funny, but we don't need these like a Netflix Marvel thing where it comes out 2 times a year. I don't think anyway. It's creative, but you're going to lose its luster. So, theories. This is spoiler-filled, but the spoiler is they leave it open-ended. We don't really know who the fuck did this, so it's kind of up for interpretation. So, Banner, who drew the dicks?
Well, I already said Jeff Hornacek drew the dicks. But if it has to be an actual character in the show, I think it was Sam. I think it was Peter, the documentarian's best friend, the producer of the show. I think it was him. I think he got very lucky with a lot of things, but I think he knew that Shapiro would just pin this on him. He knew that Dylan Drew Dix was a notorious dick drawer. I can't believe I just said that. Notorious dick drawer. But I think he did it to try and pin it on Gabby's boyfriend. And I think, again, he got lucky with him cheating, and I think a lot fell into place, but I think he's the one that actually did it.
And did you notice how defensive he got when Peter
Very defensive.
did it?
Cycly, I want you to know we talked about this off pod and we agreed, but once Banner said that, I just changed my mind on who drew it. So I'm gonna let yeah. I'm
excited to hear who you think.
Okay, go ahead. Because I still agree with ours, but I found out I think someone else might have.
Well, the end makes you want to think it's Christy Carlisle and her boyfriend. What was his name? Van Del Rey.
I don't buy it.
And I saw something interesting. His name is Vandal, and her name is Carlisle. Vandal Rey. So I don't know if they're trying to get you, but I want to go ahead and say it's Ming, because damn that guy. He's hiding something, and everyone kept letting him get off because they kept saying, dude, it's Ming. But who's the guy who drank 11 beers at the party? Ming. Who's the guy who was not suspected of anything? Ming.
I also want to point something out. If anybody deserves to be in the Broforce Squad Hall of Fame, it's Ming. If you can bong a six-pack,
that's pretty bitchin'.
That's right there, first ballot.
I don't know who it is because they didn't tell me a name. In high school, in college, even kind of now, men will do anything to get laid. And she always took back Dylan. And it probably pissed off the guy she played video games with that she showed her tits to. So how could that dude finally get Dylan's girl? He would frame Dylan for a fucking crime he didn't commit and draw dicks because he knew he was a dick drawer. That's what I think. I don't think we've met the person that drew the dicks.
Because he has the same alibi. He was watching her tits playing video games while the dicks were being drawn.
I'm not sure about that though. He might have had someone else do it or something. There might be someone with the timeline. It's either that or it's fucking Kraz. I can see Kraz doing it because I hate when everyone's like, well, they have a vendetta against this teacher. They have a vendetta against that teacher. I'm like, it wasn't just one teacher. It's all the teachers. And Kraz hated all the teachers in that. And he was constantly overlooked. He was cool as shit. He never got teachers awards, never got anything like that. So he might have done it too. And I can see Kraz drawing dicks.
You know what you haven't talked about, shockingly, in this whole thing is Shapiro and Alex Tremboli.
Well, you think they have some... Dude, what if season 2 is how they did it, but they were actually having sex, and it's a student-teacher sex fucking thing? And see, that's one we should go... Never mind. I said this is a one and done. Student-teacher sex is at an all-time high. It interests me. I applaud it. There should be more of it, as long as the teacher's around... 5'5", $115, blonde, and really cute. There should be more of it. And that should be season 2 right there.
Oh, man.
Wow. You heard it here first. Season 2 of Who Drew the Dicks is going to be student-teacher relations.
They also can't call it American Vandal. They have to call it Who Drew the Dicks.
Who Drew the Dicks.
That's the name.
Yeah, American Vandal's too harsh. This doesn't need to be Who Drew the Dicks. So you know what you're getting into.
I thought it was going to be, the second one was going to be, did Alex Tremboli get the hand job or not?
Who knows?
The way he says 100%, it pisses me off. 100%.
All right, guys, we've been the Broforce Squad. Check us out, broforcesquad.com. We got blogs. We got our Broforce Squad Hall of Fame, which probably some of these characters might fucking make an appearance in the next coming months. On Twitter, we're at Broforce Squad. Tweeted us questions. We'll answer them on our episodes that we do weekly. iTunes and YouTube, we're on both. Subscribe to both so you don't miss anything. Until then, we'll see you later.
100%.